Good morning, everyone. I am Tiphat, Areeyapinun, the ABP student from Thailand. You can call me K as nickname. I'm from Informatics department. Today I'm going to present you someone maybe you do know or you do not know. He is the one of the pioneer scientists in Japan, and he is the one who made our university become famous, especially for the engineering department. Yes, Professor Kenjiro TAKAYANAGI, the father of the Japanese television. Okay, so let's explore him in the detail. Okay, this is the brief of his biography in the timeline. In 1899, he born in Hamamatsu city. In 1921, he completed the Shizuoka teaching training school, and then he studied more further at the higher technical school, now become the Tokyo Institute of Technology, and Kanagawa Industrial School, now become Kanagawa Technical High School. In 1924, he became a teacher at Hamamatsu Higher Technical School, now become the Department of Engineering, Shizuoka University. In 1925, he began research on television theme. And the big year of him, the 1926, he successfully demonstrated the world's first fully electronic television system. After that, in 1940, the World War II started. Then, after the war ended, in 1946, he joined the Victor Company of Japan, as you may know, JVC. And he became the vice president later in 1970. And 1990, he died by a pneumonia disease at age 91. So, what is the early stage of television system? Scientists and engineers in various countries have developed a television system based on many technology. In the early stage of the development of televisions, mechanical systems were spreadly studied by some of these, including, for the example, Mr. John Logie Bayer from the Great Britain and Charles Francis Jenkins from the USA in the early 1920s. So, for the first generation of television system were not the entire electronic. The display had a small motor with the spinning disc and the neon lamp. It worked together to give a blurry picture about the outside of the business card. And at the period before the 1935, it's called for the mechanical television era. This type of television is not compatible with the today fully electronic television system. This is the example of the mechanical television system on that time. Okay, so what was the biggest change of the television era? So, it was in Japan. After Professor Takayanagi already began his study on television, he succeeds in display a clear image of katakana I on the cathode ray display on December 25, 1926. And he was successfully with the experiment of a person image transmission in the 1928. And this is his the represent model of his work in the museum. So you can see that the katakana I on the CRT display. Okay. After he success demonstrate the first successful of his work, after that, the NHK Science and Technical Research Lab was established in 1930. Takayanagi continued to improve his work and increase the scanning line. In 1931, his team completed an all-electronic system TV with the 235 scanning line with the 30 frames per second. After that, in 1937, they fabricated a TV set with 441 scanning lines with the 30 frames per second, which was the world base and almost equivalent to the present TV system. Okay. So, during the World War II, what was he doing? After he joined the NHK for the first Olympic in Tokyo and planned to broadcasting in 1936, the project was disbanded in 1940 due to the World War II. He was recruited in the Japanese Navy and ordered to do the research about the latest technology. After the war ended in 1945, the GHQ claimed that he was a war criminal by helping with the radar research. But finally, they reversed their decision and they allowed him to return to the television research. After that, he stimulated and directed so many companies in the early stage of the development of television system. Example, the Tokyo Denki Corporation now become the Toshiba, Anrutu Denki Corporation, Nippon Denki Corporation now become NEZ, and the others in making the CRT, television system, photo detector, shortwave transmitter, and etc. And I think someone might know about this place. It's located near the south gate of our campus, of our university, the Takayanagi Memorial Hall, or in Japanese, Takayanagi Kinen Mirai Ichutsu Sosokan. Sosokan. So, this place, we can learn the great achievement of Professor Kenjiro, the father of television and source of pride of Hamamatsu City, and Shizuoka University. His biography and video and handout. But almost of the information are limited in Japanese, so it's better to bring the Japanese friend with you if you go to the memorial hall.
So, do you mean there's very little English?
Yes, a little in English. Yes. This hall open on Monday to Friday, 10 to 4 in the afternoon.
Thank you very much.
Yes, that's all. Any questions?
Do we have any questions? Yes.
Could you go back to your slide number 6?
Please announce your name.
My name is Andre Sitongko. I'm from Informatics Department.
And please.
Yeah. Could you explain what is GHQ there? Point number 3.
GHQ. GHQ is the command, the American
Yes.
command
Actually,
center.
G is general, H is headquarters. HQ is headquarters. After the Second World War. It's basically a military government.
Set up after the war. So, you know.
Any other questions, please? Yes, Manish. Please introduce yourself.
Yeah. Hello everyone. My name is Manish. I am from Mechanical Engineering Department. Can you go to 4th slide?
Yes.
Like there is on the first part that after he had already begun studies, like there is a first letter E on the CRT. So why he choose only E? Can we see any other letters except E? In that.
It's actually he picked this letter E for his experiment. The first of experiment of the cathode ray tube. But after that, he takes on many pictures, and he successfully the person image in 1928. So it's 2 years later.
That's his first.
This is the first experiment, and I don't know why he chose the katakana-gi for.
Does anybody here know why?
I think because of the scan lines.
Scan lines, the number of
Yes.
scan lines. Does anybody else have an idea? Anybody from Japan who has an idea?
Katakana is very easy Japanese word.
Very easy.
Yes, so this word is for everyone, you know.
Everyone knows. Why do they know? Well, why not the number one? Just one stroke from the number one.
And Japanese katakana is Iroha ni hoketo.
Yes.
Number one.
Now, does everybody know the Japanese poetry? Well, all of the Japanese characters, how many syllables? 46 or so? They start with E. Even though we learn by A, I, U, E, O, actually there's a Japanese poetry that has the beginning letter is E. So, thank you very much. So a scientist must also know poetry. We may learn that lesson. Thank you very much. Does anybody else have any other questions? I have a question about the time during World War II. Was he successful with his radar research?
Based on the information, he said that he continued research on the radar, but they didn't mention about did he successful or not. But he helped to improve the radar technology based on my information.
All right, so the war ended before any real success.
Yes.
Does anybody else have any questions? Well, based on Manisa's statement about scanning lines, would you have anything further to say about why it was necessary to increase the number of scanning lines?
The high resolution of the scanning line is to make the picture more clearly, just like the scanning. To improve more scanning line, you can see more detail of the picture.
For the human eye.
Yes.
So how much detail can the human eye detect based on scanning line?
I don't know this information, sorry.
Oh, that's all right. When you polish it up for passing it out to the rest of the people, please look that up. I think it'll be interesting for everyone.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much.